Morning, folks. It's another beautiful Saturday morning here at the camp on the Camp Happens channel. I hope you enjoy the video that you see this week. We're shooting some of this today. Some of it was shot earlier in the week, and you might even see some stuff from Sunday because tomorrow we're going fishing. So we might include some clips of some fishing tomorrow. But today you're going to see Legos with Lane episode in here. He has a segment for that. You're going to see us hanging some posted signs because we've had some problems with some four-wheelers and stuff on camp that shouldn't be here. And we might even get started on another flower bed wall, and hopefully you'll see some of that. Oh, and you'll probably see some video that I shot earlier in the week of another wall that we built. It's kind of been our theme here this week with the Fetterhoffs. We've been building some walls around camp, places that needed some retaining walls, and that's something that we can do to help out around camp, so that's what we do. And if we get a chance, we might show you a behind the scenes place too. Probably in the woods where we're hanging posters would be a good behind the scenes place for this week. Alright, remember to tell your friends, remember to like our video, and remember to hit that subscribe button. We appreciate that. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys, we are here with another segment of Legos with Lane. I have a Star Wars Lego set here. It has figures and some stuff I'm going to use in the scenes I'm building downstairs. And yeah, I'm going to build it. It is set 75267. It has 4 figures and 102 pieces. Yeah, and it's going to jump right in and start building. There is all the stuff that comes in this little set. Got a little speeder right here. That has stud shooters on the side. And you have like a little rubble pile right there. And all of the figures of this guy, the white one, is not actually part of the figures. They're really nice figures. I mean, no face printing, just black heads underneath. And you can also put these antenna pieces on instead of those visors. Comes with 4 of the Mandalorian guys. They all have capes and back printing. Most of them have leg printing. Comes with stud shooter for each one of them. Yeah, it's a nice little set. I wouldn't buy them in bulk. You know, it's like a build your army set. Yeah, that's all.
All right, here we're at the Nature Center entrance, which is on the back side of Hemlock. You can see all the dirt's gone and the little cement slab that was outside the door. We had some issues back here with water. Water would get on that cement slab and then run between the door and the door jamb, and we'd have mud inside the room. So we decided to regrade this, and we are putting retaining walls in on each side. This side here is pretty much done. Some backfilling and maybe some capstones to go on there yet. And then this side, Cole's working on it. It'll be a little higher than what you can see in there against the wall, but it's going to come all the way out 10 feet. And then this whole area will have pavers on the ground. And then we will regrade what you see here so that the water runs away from the building. We'll keep you posted, show you pictures, and show you the finished product.
We're down here at the Nature Center where we're building a wall, and right now we're gonna dig out dirt down here for to put stone down, a layer of stone, so then we can put pavers down.
fork under it for now. Level out. Go down. Down. Up a little. I need a little bit of everything. A little bit more. Go. Am I against it? You're not against it.
We just finished taking out the landscape tinner, railroad ties, and now we're gonna take the rest back and put them on the burn pile. That's all.
Hey folks, it is actually the weekend after Mother's Day, and traditionally this is a weekend for me and the boys, Cole and Lane, to head to Maryland to do a little fishing with a group called the Brotherhood of the Jungle Cock. It's a fishing school. Yeah, I know the name, I hear people make fun of that name or think it's a little weird at times, but the jungle cock's actually a bird that's prized for tying flies with its feathers, so that's why it's called that. Commonly used in tying flies for fly fishing, and that's what the school's all about. So with this pandemic going on, our weekend got canceled. First time in I think 76 or 77 years, something like that, this has not happened in Maryland on this weekend. But we are headed to a place where I know I fished a lot when I was younger, and the boys and I are going to give it a whirl and see if we can catch some fish on with our fly rods, and you'll see some footage of that in this video as well. But we're on an adventure. Can't go to Maryland, but we can go fishing still here in PA, and we're looking forward to a good time here fishing this morning. So sit back, enjoy this part of the video, and we'll show you some fish, hopefully. All right, folks, here we are. We're going to give it a whirl at one of my favorite fishing holes, stretches of stream that I fished when I was a kid. I fished this stretch of stream a lot. I used to know this stretch of stream like the back of my hand. Hopefully it hasn't changed too much. Hopefully we catch some fish. See you soon. Okay, cast again. Tell me what you're doing.
I'm stripping the line to not let my fly sink.
What kind of fly are you using?
An egg, like a salmon egg. It looks like a salmon egg.
Okay. And what are you fishing for?
I don't know.
Trout.
Trout, okay.
Let's see if we can get some. We are at an old iron ore furnace, which is right along the creek. They used to make charcoal all over these mountains and bring it here, and then they'd put iron ore in that furnace to melt down the iron ore out of the rock. As you can see, it's quite a structure. It was probably, this is probably, at least 100 years old, if not older. I could probably look up exactly what it is. I know that it's pretty well documented, this particular one anyhow. It's actually, when you look at the Fish and Game Commission, or Fish and Boat Commission's book on fishing, it tells you where you can fish. This actually indicates the beginning of a fly fishing only area on Clark's Creek in Dauphin County. So there's the iron ore furnace. The creek is right there. So it's only maybe 40 yards, 45 yards from the creek. I don't know if that played a part into what they needed for this furnace to run, whether they used the water to cool things or something, I don't know. But pretty cool to be out in the woods and come across a structure like this. Almost kind of remind you like you just stumbled upon a ancient Mayan tomb or village or structure or something. I don't know, it's just pretty cool. I've known about this since I was a kid, and it's a pretty cool place to be. Unfortunately, people have taken advantage of this area. It's easy to get to, and as you can see, a fire ring on state game lands shouldn't be there. Beer cans all over the place as we walk along, metal pans. They even use some of the cut stone. You know, I'm sure that square stone was for something with the furnace, and it's drug out here to be part of the fire circle. Same with that one there. Pretty disappointed in that, but this is a cool place to be nonetheless. Unfortunately, the fishing wasn't so good. I don't know if lack of volunteers to get the fish spread throughout the stream or what, but still pretty cool place to be. Hey Cole, what's it look like up inside that furnace?
You can kind of see there was a brick liner that probably acted as some sort of chimney, and then there's an opening like this on both that side and over there, and up on top you can see daylight coming through, so there must have been a chimney of some sort.
Pretty cool place to be. Not something you see every day, huh?
No.
As I mentioned earlier, this weekend, the weekend after Mother's Day, traditionally the boys and I go to Maryland to fish at the Brotherhood of the Jungle Cock. Well, every year at that event, if you're a first-year boy, they have a special campfire on Saturday night for you. And there's a poem that always gets read at that ceremony. And you always get your patch at your first campfire as well. Cole, turn around. This big patch here, that's a first-year, that's the patch you get your first year. That's the only way you get one of those big ones. So it's kind of a special time. All right. So both of them have that patch, but here's the poem that is always read. Actually, it's not read. The president usually, I think it's the president, but whoever the organization leadership is of the year, they usually recite this poem. I don't have it memorized, but it's a good poem. Here it is. An old man going a lone highway came in the evening, cold and gray, to a chasm, vast and deep and wide, through which was running a sullen tide. The old man crossed in the twilight dim. That sullen stream had no fears for him, but he turned when he reached the other side and built a bridge to span the tide. Old man, said a fellow pilgrim near, why waste your strength in building here? Your journey ends with the ending day, and you never again will pass this way. You've crossed the chasm deep and wide. Why build your bridge at eventide? The builder lifted his old gray head. Good friend, in the path I have come, he said, there followeth after me today a youth whose feet must pass this way. The chasm which was naught to me, to this fair-haired youth might a pitfall be. For he too must cross in the twilight dim. Good friend, I'm building this bridge for him. And that's the poem that they recite every year. And in honor of us not being able to make that trip, but missing it this year, I thought it'd be a good idea to read that on the morning we go fishing. Thanks.